Hello everyone, this is 𝗪𝗵𝘆 𝗣𝗯𝗯𝗹𝘆 welcomes you all on Pabbly. And guys, in this video, you are going to learn how to add live webinar event details in VBOUT to create a list, right? So this is a pretty interesting use case we have, and it will help you to convert your leads that you got from webinars into your customers. How? Let me tell you. Suppose that you want to conduct a webinar. So you are using LiveWebinar application to create webinars. So you have created a webinar with the help of LiveWebinar and you start taking registrations for this webinar. So as and when you got a registrant for this webinar, you want to add that same registrant in a list in VBOUT application. So guys, VBOUT is a marketing tool in which you can create communication campaigns such as email marketing campaigns, right? So you want to add the registrant you got from this webinar here in a list. So one way to do this is that whenever you got a new registrant here, you are going to manually sort out the details of that registrant. Then you will come here on VBOUT application, then create a list here and add that registrant in this list. But guys, if you are having hundreds of registrants on daily basis, this manual process can consume a lot of your time and energy and can be very problematic. So I have a better way here. What if I tell you that as and when a webinar is created here in LiveWebinar application, all the registrants will be delivered here in VBOUT and a new list will be automatically created for every new webinar as well. Right guys, this can happen. And to make this happen, I am using a software here called as Pabbly Connect. So guys, Pabbly Connect is an integration and automation software, and what it will do, it will connect these two applications together such that whenever a new webinar created, a new list will be created here and all the registrants you got will be transferred here automatically. So now let me give you a demo on my screen of how this automation or connection between LiveWebinar and VBOUT is going to work in real time. So guys, this is my computer screen and I'm in my LiveWebinars dashboard here, right? And here I can schedule meetings and webinars like this, you can see. And I want the registrants of these webinars to be added here in my VBOUT application in a list, in a new list, okay? So that we can communicate with them, create marketing campaigns from VBOUT, okay? So I'll show you. Let me create a webinar here. So I'm scheduling a webinar. And here I'm going to fill the details of the webinar. So I have created the name of this webinar as Digital Marketing in a Nutshell. This is the date and start time of the webinar. This is a agenda of the webinar. Now I'm going to click on schedule here. Okay, you can see. So Digital Marketing in a Nutshell webinar is created here successfully in LiveWebinar application. Now let's check in VBOUT if a list of this same name is going to be created here or not. So I'm refreshing my list in VBOUT application. So you can see a new list is created here with the same name, Digital Marketing in a Nutshell, and the date and time of this list is also here. And whenever someone registers in this webinar of ours, the details of that registrant will get automatically delivered in this list, okay? So that you can track the customer and communicate with that customer in future, right? So now you guys are wondering how I managed to bring the data of the registrants and the webinar here from LiveWebinar application to VBOUT automatically. So let me give you the easiest possible steps by which you can also make this automation. Guys, these are the 3 easy steps by which you can also make this integration and add live webinar event details in VBOUT. Okay. So step 1 says connect Pabbly Connect to LiveWebinar with the help of webhook URL. So first of all, we are going to open Pabbly Connect and connect our LiveWebinar application with Pabbly Connect. Okay. And step 2 says collect the data from LiveWebinar in Pabbly Connect. So in second step, we'll create a new event here and collect the data of that event here in Pabbly Connect. And step 3 says send the same data to VBOUT to create a list. So the details of the event which we have captured here, we are going to send it to VBOUT to create a new list here, so that we can create a list here in VBOUT and in that list add our registrants as well, right? So let me show you First of all, let's jump to our step 1 and open Pabbly Connect. So here in your internet browser, you have to type PABBLY, that is pabbly.com, and this is the landing page of Pabbly. From here, put your cursor on products and click on Pabbly Connect. And now you can set up your free Pabbly Connect trial account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on sign up free button, which I have already done. So I'm going to click on sign in directly. Okay, now from this all apps section, I'm going to click on this access now button of Pabbly Connect. And this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, right? So guys, to start working here, you have to create workflows like this. So to create a workflow, you just have to click here on create workflow button, and then you have to give a relevant name to your workflow. So let me fill the name here. So I have filled the name as LiveWebinar events data to VBOUT in a new list. Okay. So now click on create here, and your workflow will be created like this. And here you will see these two things, the trigger and the action. So Pabbly Connect work on these two things. The trigger says when this happens, action says Pabbly Connect do this. All right. As in our use case, the trigger would be a new event created in LiveWebinar, and the action would be is to create a new list here with the same name as the event in VBOUT application and add the registrants of the event in that list. Okay. So first of all, click here on this trigger window, and from this choose app, you can choose your application as LiveWebinar. This is LiveWebinar we have. Okay. And in this trigger event, you have to select webinar create. This one, webinar create option. Okay. And it will generate a URL, and this is called as a webhook URL. So with the help of this URL, we are going to connect our live webinar application with Pabbly Connect. So you have to follow these instructions to do that. Okay. So you have to go to a live webinars dashboard. Let me show you. This is our live webinars dashboard, and from this panel, you have to come to this integrations option, click on it. And here you will find this REST webhooks option, click on it. Okay. And here in this page, you have to click here on add new webhook button like this. And here you have to select this event as widget.create, and the method will be post. Okay. And here in this URL field, you have to paste this URL. You have to click on copy here from Pabbly Connect and go to this live webinar and paste the URL here in this URL field like this. Okay. After that, click on save here, and you can see a new webhook is added here like this, right? Now you can see in Pabbly Connect, it started showing waiting for the webhook's response. So to capture the data of a new event here, you have to do a test submission. So we are going to create a new event from live webinar, and then we'll capture the data. So click on this events option, and from here, let me schedule another webinar. Okay. So I have given the name of the webinar as this psychological grooming session for students. Okay. So this is the start date, time, and the agenda of the event, right? Now I'm going to click on schedule here. So you can see the event is created here, psychological grooming session for students at this date 27 at 1 o'clock, right? Okay. So now let's see in Pabbly Connect. So data of the new event is captured here like this, right? So we have captured the data. Now we want to create a new list in VBOUT about this event, right? So for that, click here on this action window, and from this choose app, choose your application as VBOUT. This one. Okay. And in this action event, you have to select create email list. Okay. Then click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, and then it will ask for this API user key. So you have to go to settings option of your VBOUT application, and here you have to find this key. Let me show you. So this is my VBOUT application, and here I'm going to click on this profile icon and then click on settings. Okay, and from this page you will find this API integrations option. Click on it, and here is the API user key. So you have to copy this key from here like this and paste this key here in this field and then click on save. Okay, so you can see it started showing connected. Right now it is asking for the name of the list, so you have to give the name of the list as the name of the event. So we got the name of the event here in this data that we have captured, right? So just map this data here, click on this name field and you will find this live webinar option here. Click on it and from here you can get the name, click on it to map it like this. Okay, so now it is asking for this email subject and all these details, right? So let me first show you what we can do with an email list in VBOUT application. So I am going to open a list here from this contacts. Okay, so these are the lists we have, right? So let me show you this. So I'm opening the form setting, okay, of the list. And these are the things you can do in an email list in VBOUT. You can allow multiple submissions from the same contact. You can send the confirmation emails, right? You can auto respond. You can notify admins of new contacts, right? And you can redirect after subscription. So these are the things. So for these things to happen in Pabbly Connect, it is asking for these things, right? You can see it. If you want to send the email, you must have the email subject. So here we can put the subject title of the email, right? And you can see we can notify admins for adding a new contact and auto respond also, right? You can see we can send the success message, the error messages to the admins, right? So for this in Pabbly Connect, you have to fill the details. Let me fill the details. So in the email subject, I have written new registration successful in, and here I am going to map the name of the webinar. So this is the name. Okay. So the subject would be new registration successful in this webinar. Okay. Now it is asking reply to, it is not compulsory, so I am leaving it blank. Now it is asking from email. So from which email we want to send the emails. So our from email would be, let me show you. So if you toggle this email confirmation required button to on like this, it will show you the from address. So this is the address, email address of the admin. Just copy this from here. Okay, paste it here in the from email. Right, and from name, so here you have to give the name of the admin. I'm writing here admin for now, so you can enter the name of the admin here, right? And email confirmation, so you can send the confirmation emails to the admin that a new registrant is added here in the list. Okay, so for now I do not want to send the email confirmation, so I'm selecting the no option, right? And for the notification emails, you can here enter the notification text for the admins. You can see in this VBOUT application, if I toggle this notify admins button to on, okay, so a notification will be sent to this email address from, right? And here in the subject line, you can have the subject, and this is the email would be delivered. And here you have to give the notification text, okay, or you can customize these things according to your need. Let me fill the details here. So I have filled the details like this. In the notification email, I have given the email addresses of the admin for the notification and the success. And here is the success message. A new registrant is successfully added. And here I am going to map the name of the webinar, right? And this is the error message, right? Now when I click here on save and send test request, okay, so it is asking for the notified text. Let me show you. Oh, so we have not filled the notified text. Let me fill it also. So I have filled the notification text as well. New registration is successful for the webinar. Now let me click here on save and send test request. Okay, and you can see your campaign has been created successfully. So a new email list and an email campaign is created here. Let me show you in VBOUT in the list. Okay, a new list is created here, psychological grooming session for students. And whenever people start registering for this event, the registrant is going to come here in this contacts list. Okay, in this list, right? So connection is successful here and the workflow is completed. Let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in this trigger window, we connected LiveWebinar application with the help of this URL by following this process. Then we captured the data by creating a new event in a LiveWebinar like this. Okay. After this, in this Actions tab, we connected VBOUT application to create an email list here and filled the required details like these to create an email list in VBOUT. And when I click here on save and send test request, that you have seen that the email campaign has been created successfully. So now you just have to click on save, and we are going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect trial account and start using it. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you want any other type of integration, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries and discuss it from this forum and check the pricing of this software from this link. And guys, as we did today, you can make many different type of integrations using many different softwares by Pabbly Connect and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. So guys, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching this video.